With military brass on hand, renowned historian Professor Geoffrey Gray unveiled his biography of Lieutenant General Sir Thomas Daly, Australia's top Army General during the Vietnam War. The current Chief of Army, Lieutenant General David Morrison, launched the book, reflecting on the life of the man who once stood in his shoes and remembering a soldier's soldier.
Geoff deals with these matters of national importance with a keen eye for essential detail and draws, in my view, very balanced and accurate conclusions from a welter of sources. The clear picture he draws of his subject is that of a most professional general who always had the interest of his soldiers to the fore, while always managing to be fair, honest and loyal to his government. No easy task, yet it is essential if Army is to continue to play the role it does in the defence of Australia. I'm delighted to be asked to share in a small way with making Thomas Daly, his life and his times, more available to our fellow Australians who value the Army of which he was so proud to be a part. He was a soldier's soldier, and Professor Geoffrey Gray has presented him as such in this wonderful biography, which I now launch. I have absolutely no hesitation and every confidence in commending it to you all. Thank you.
The Army today faces some of the sorts of pressures and challenges that Sir Thomas Daly dealt with as CGS. This is not to suggest that history repeats itself, but as the American poet Walt Whitman once observed, sometimes it rhymes. Then as now, Australia is faced with the implications of a peace dividend, a misnomer which, as my colleague Al Palazzo rightly points out, is better understood as an outstanding defence liability against some future time. Daly was acutely aware of the implications for the Army in the aftermath of the Vietnam War. The significant damage was done to the Army after his retirement, and despite his best endeavours to safeguard the institution which he loved against it. We may well end up with a similar outcome, but at least on this occasion the political level cannot claim that it did not know the implications of its actions, not that this will stop them, of course, from claiming so. I'm very pleased that Lady Daly is here tonight, and I hope that the book meets with her approval, and that Sir Thomas would think it a worthy record of his long and storied career. Thank you all very much for coming.
Professor Geoffrey Gray is the Director of the Australian Centre for the Study of Armed Conflict and Society at UNSW Canberra. He leads a team of international researchers investigating the historical and contemporary impacts of war.